Hey, so if you don't know, I have an online store now with shirts, crop tops, and hoodies and more designs on the way. I announced this in the previous video that was supposed to come out for Pride Month, but it took up a lot of my time, and if you've seen it, then you will know why, but if you haven't, then you should go watch that video. Either way, if you see something you like, you can just click the link in the description. These shirts you see here are the cheapest. They're about $20 with shipping, prices, and stuff included. So if that sounds good to you, like I said, link in the description. Anyway, on with the video. So I'm in a variety of different fandoms, but something I've noticed that's consistent across all of them is how people feel about self-inserts. More specifically, self-inserts that date or act as a love interest to the canon characters. Usually, people hate this, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't really know why. Self-inserts can be flawless or overpowered characters that are so perfect that they're never challenged and not interesting as a result. But despite what people think, that's not a given. Your self-insert very much can be a complex and flawed vessel that you just use to connect to your favorite characters. And I feel like the people who were making their self-inserts untouchable or irresistible were children, and I also feel like we kind of should have let them be. I mean, I don't know why I'm saying we. I was just an innocent bystander to all the Sans X OC cringe compilations. But I get it. It can be a little grating to see someone twist your favorite characters into a completely different person.
Cut it out, Molly! You're ruining it!
Frustrating or not, though, I think people overreact when it comes to self-inserts. Maybe that's why I'm making this series a thing, so I can dig away at the taboo of making a love interest that's heavily based on you for a character. And satiate the thirst I have for all of these fictional women. I've been in the Sahara Desert for 9 days and 8 nights. I'm serious, I bathe at the moon every night. I need this.
Everybody's steamy bodies all pressed up against each other.
So our first victim, our first character that we're gonna match up is someone that's been stuck in my head for a while. A lovely, beautiful, and perfect by definition.
Lesson 2! Shut up!
It's a rock! A rock! A rock! It's a big, beautiful old rock. Oh, the pioneers used to ride these babies for miles, and it's in great shape.
Take what I say with a grain of salt, because I've only ever been on the outside of the Steven Universe fandom since the Stronger Than You episode, which I think is when it got good. That basically means I know all the songs, I know the plot of the show, the movie, and the spinoff, but because of YouTube commentary, not because I've actually watched these things in their entirety. But based on what I know, Jasper is a complicated character in the fandom. I think some people dislike her because all the things she did and the Lapis situation, or some just wish her character was handled with more care and think she's anticlimactic. She wasn't redeemed, she just became less and less of a threat, which in my opinion is much better. I think that is really cute and funny that she didn't actually make a change in her mindset. Her evil dictator bosses just changed their brand and she got let go. But proper redemption or not, I think we can all agree that Jasper was left without anything to do. I don't think she ever found a job or purpose like other gems living on Earth. That's something that I actually feel is actually sad and disappointing. Even Amethyst, a pretty laid-back gem, found her purpose, and Jasper is way more determined and focused than her. She needs something to do. Or someone. Self-insert or not, creating a love interest for your favorite character can be a little tricky. Sometimes you'll go into OOC or out of character territory for even trying, because it's unlikely that the character you want would ever get into a romantic relationship. Seriously, this man is a situationship at best. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that's all you're gonna get. But I genuinely think Jasper would benefit from a love interest. I love how invested Jasper is in her original role as a court soldier. Not everyone feels the need to go off the path. But still, she could grow by thinking more about what she wants, and a romantic relationship could help with that. Does she even want to fall in love? What does she want in a partner? What does she find attractive? And there will be conflict in the relationship and compromises to be made that could push her even further. So I'm gonna section these kind of videos like into 3 sections. First section is gonna be matchmaking, in which I'll do a quick analysis to determine what the character would want in a partner while trying to keep it as close to canon as possible. Then the self-inserts, story/design, and finally their dynamic and meet cute. Point 1. Something that Jasper would value in a partner is strength. It doesn't have to be clear on their surface, but physical power and resilience have to be present in them. This is based on how she wanted to be with Lapis again, despite how she imprisoned her in a fusion, and though her relationship with Steven is not romantic, she became subservient to him once he shattered and overpowered her. Strength is a way to gain her respect or admiration. I don't think this want in a partner is inherently bad, just that we haven't seen this play out in a healthy way for Jasper. But fighting is something she enjoys, and so she needs a partner that can challenge her or at the very least hold their own against her when they spar. Point 2. She'd probably feel more in tune with an elite gem or a gem with an important role in the caste system, someone that is aimless like her without their predetermined job. Yes, a gem that hated the system or hated the diamonds would clash with her in an interesting way, but I don't feel like that's what the character needs. She's already hearing Homeworld was bad from everyone else. What Jasper needs is someone that understands. Seriously, imagine being made for one thing, dedicating your life to it, and being good at it, and then the people who gave you this role completely change the game plan, and you don't fit into it anymore. Having a partner that just feels like it's easy to just move on and telling her to do the same, I think she'd find that condescending and unrelatable. Jasper needs someone that understands how weird and jarring this change is. Point 3. My last point, however, is that Jasper doesn't need someone who is just like her, someone completely stuck in the past and stubborn about change. Her partner should be someone that understands her, but someone that is actually trying to find their way, so they can positively influence her instead of just enabling her. Now for the self-insert, I settled on a moonstone because the moon just has a neutral feel to it, and I sort of identify with that. Like, it's not super flashy, it's just simple and moving. Also, the design could clash nicely with Jasper's in like a sun and moon sort of way. I see moonstones as gems with multiple potential jobs in the Empire, but each role has something to do with defense. Some shapeshift into armor to absorb hits for their wearers, or make them invisible. This is something that's more respected than fusion and not so looked down upon. Or they heal soldiers, especially ones that are seen as valuable or important gems. Lastly, they build temporary defense structures that protect territories in wartime. They usually work in large numbers with this job. I'm still a little iffy with their backstory, but basically, their wearer was crushed under debris and shattered during a gem war battle. Moonstone wasn't shattered, but she couldn't reform because she was surrounded by rubble, and she only recently reformed because of efforts to clean up old battlefields done by homeschool gems or maybe the crystal gems themselves. I imagine she was found as a gauntlet. They were caught up on everything that happened and offered the chance to attend the homeschool. They attended, but at some point decided to just do their own thing and left. Giving her some of my traits, she's a loner, easygoing and blunt, and not very personable. She misses being in the caste system, not only because she wants to serve the diamonds, but also because of the sense of direction. Without it, it's hard for her to get things done, which is something I struggle with. The design came out like prettier than I thought it would, so I decided to make moonstones almost like pearls. Or like they're like servants and they're kind of pretty and they're kind of for show in some ways, but they're more useful, I guess, and they're higher up in the caste system because of that. Moonstone has a big ass forehead because I have a big ass forehead. She has a big ass nose because I have a big ass nose, and she has acne scars because I have acne scars, or something that looks like acne scars. All in all, she looks like me, just like if I was a gem, so I guess it turned out well. When Moonstone went off on their own, they decided to build a home around a clearing. They had no idea that Jasper lived near the area, but still, they were building a good distance away from her. Being a perfectionist, another flaw of mine, she keeps tearing down her home and rebuilding it until she can get it right. Jasper was watching her build and rebuild because she's unemployed and has nothing else to do. Even though they gave her plenty of space, I could see Jasper taking someone setting up around her territory as a challenge, and feeling the need to intimidate them or fight them. Now, I'm not very scrappy or confrontational. Unless you're like dead ass coming at me with a knife, I'm not gonna fight you. So their first interaction was probably like this.
After school, we're gonna duke it out. No!
But Jasper was persistent and fought her anyway. She landed multiple blows, but she didn't know Moonstone was actually absorbing them. She was able to use Jasper's power against her and push her back a good distance. When the dust cleared, she found Moonstone had retreated, firm on her stance to not fight. But after that, Jasper really wanted to fight them because they seemed like a worthy opponent, and she kept trying to get them to fight her with incentives like rocks, sticks, or whatever she could find around in the woods. Obviously, that didn't work. One day, Jasper finally admitted that she didn't want to fight now because she wanted to intimidate or overpower someone. She wanted to fight for fun, which was a hard feeling for her to grasp because she wasn't made to have fun. But Moonstone finally agreed to spar with her because one of the things that she learned at the homeschool was that enjoying something is reason enough to do it. And she shared that lesson with Jasper after they spent a fun afternoon battling. I could see this becoming a pattern with them, with Moonstone slowly pushing Jasper out of her comfort zone. For example, Moonstone could get a job and I see Jasper as a clingy partner, so she'd just hang around her job all day until her shift was over. Until Moonstone suggests that Jasper work there so she can have a bit of money, they can spend more time together, and she's there all the time anyway, so she might as well get paid for it. But could you imagine Jasper working in retail? That'd be amazing.
Put your goddamn shoes in the box!
Or working in fast food.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
There's so much potential there and so much I want to say about the relationship, but I don't want this video to be too long. Basically, their dynamic is Moonstone helping Jasper find a purpose and see the good things about Earth in the process. Jasper needs an identity beyond her love for the diamonds, but she knows her worth and can teach Moonstone how to see her worth too, and be more confident. And they can both help each other cut the ties or loyalty that they still feel to their empire to become their own person. It's not like one has it all figured out while the other is desperately trying to keep up. Each day they'd be learning something new together. If you like this series of making fictional women that I fancy girlfriends or partners, then comment, like this video, let me know, or comment what people in comics or movies or cartoons that you have a crush on and would like to date and kiss a bit. Anyway, that's all I have. I'm done talking. I'm already tired of that. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video, which will be the LPS reboot video. Bye.
This is your man.
Yes,
Look at the screen.
that's mine. And I'm gonna stick beside him.
And that's what you're gonna settle for.
I'm gonna stick beside him.